All right, I'm out here with the fam and just got some sweat tent time in. But I want to show you guys something that's been part of my life for at least 14 years. One of my favorite trucks. You might have heard Joe Rogan talking about it a long time ago, where he talked about this crazy prepper, which is me, which I'm not a crazy prepper, I don't think so. Driving from Phoenix to Canada on one tank of gas, fully supported by what's on the rig or in the rig. So this idea of bugging out doesn't make sense unless you have the ability to bug out with what you got. So here she is. All right, taking the intermission. The daughter wanted some pushing, so I hear it. Okay, that's good. Love you. All right, here she is. So you might ask yourself, like, where's she been? Well, she's been here. She's been at the company, but I bought the Dodge back. One of the things with this kind of vehicle is it doesn't need a lot of maintenance, but it needs maintenance. And so this thing is on a pure performance lift. That's the name of the company. And at the time, this is probably 10 years ago when I put that lift on it, it was the heat. Now, based on the height and this thing falling apart multiple times, I just don't know if this is going to work. Some components of it are going to work, but overall, I don't know if it's going to work. So here's what I want to do. I want to put 42s on it. Yes, 42s. I want to put 42-inch wheels on it, and I want to reduce the overall height, which I believe this is like 5 feet. I mean, that's exaggerating, but this is a lot of height. Like, I want to take that out and lower the overall truck.
In the chicken gate.
Those chickens were playing with that thing.
What? It was in the chicken.
But also, this massive amount of clearance is really unnecessary. I mean, it's just not necessary. It's not like I'm flexing that suspension up and articulating the axle. That's not happening. So just to walk around real quick, just a reminder, some of you guys are new to this channel and new to this truck. I got a Warn winch, which needs obviously a new synthetic line, running the Factor 55. AC highlights up front. I have the Pro 6 on top, which is awesome. It looks really good too, standing back. The biggest mistake I made on this truck is what you see. And it looks kind of cool until you get really close to the truck. So I obviously, you can see it right now, I got it Rhino lined years ago. And when I did that, the guy who did the job did a real high quality job on it. You see the texture, it looks pretty good. But since then it's faded, which is expected. I could probably rattle can that. But here is the biggest problem. This little guy right here. Now, this is rust. It's cracked where the water has leaked behind it. I assume at the top, maybe dripped down into it and then caused that, which isn't good. And that's eaten into the truck bed. Do we do another truck bed? Like it replaced the truck bed? Do a Bowen?
Since you mentioned that, I think you should do Bowen. You can't go wrong with Bowen.
Yeah, Bowen Super Skirt. Look at that. That actually looks artistic.
Squared away. What is that?
If I take a step back, you know, this Diamondback setup was super cool at the time for the utility that I needed. But I want to get some use out of the truck bed, whether it's camping, holding stuff for utility. When I built this out, I know this is going to be funny. I haven't opened this in forever, but this is going to be pretty funny. I built it out with plywood in my old shop in Prescott. Yeah, look how sexy. Look at this beautiful job. So I used this sound deadening material, Dynamat, and then I put in this beautiful handmade, handcrafted, ow, I just got a splinter in my finger, wood. And what I did is I lined the whole thing with wood, put an air mattress in it, and then called it good. And this hasn't been open probably in a few years. There's my remote for my worn winch. Been looking for that. Cool shovel too. Probably been used for, oh no, that's a shovel for some snow. Oh, some black primer. That's repair this real fast. Look at that. Brand new. See, like this is what's bothering me right here is I'm afraid that this is going to eat away and cause a whole bunch of rust. And so what are the options? Have no idea. So what I'm likely going to do is sand it and then use something like this to paint it. Let's step inside it a little bit. Let's see where we're at. Oh yeah, for sale. Don't look at that price. Okay, so we got this truck is not the extended cab, or we call the king cabs. I can't remember. Mega cabs. That's Dodge. Dodge is mega cabs. So actually enough room for the fam. Just not a lot of storage, but that's why we got this set up. I think it's 6 foot. I think it's maybe even 5.5 foot short bed. You guys tell me in the comments. I don't really remember. Not that bad to tread. Got a little bit left. Enough to get through this. Well, maybe not. Maybe not enough to get through the wintertime. I want to get with Wheel Pros. We'll see what kind of wheels I want to run. I'm going to run a 17 or 18. And I want to run a 42, hopefully. Hopefully I can get a set of those wheels. These Wild Peak ATs, these from Falcon, have been really good as far as wear and tear. But I think I'm going to try to get some 42s. So we shall see. This is part of the Titan setup, which, yeah, it's difficult to get to. But right underneath here, there's a Titan fuel cell. That's a Titan fuel cell. And that gives me an extended range. Oh, those are pretty cool. These still work pretty good. I mean, you got to maintain them. They're not super rugged, but for the height of this vehicle and how it tucks up and not getting it caught on stuff, that's pretty good. And these have been on there for years. So I got my light integration. This is a old unit. This unit right here is from Switch Pro, but it works. I got EFI Live on this truck with the 5 settings. It is deleted. I live in Wasatch County, which doesn't require emissions. I know people said, don't say it's deleted. Well, it's deleted. I don't know what else to tell you. This is the Titan fuel cell. Now, it is kind of, it's not clunky, it's just slow. Like you push that button when you're going, and when you push that, it offloads from the reserve tank into your main tank, and it takes a while. And that will be like all the way full, and you'll see it kind of drop down. But it gives you an additional, I believe it's 30, I think this one's a 30 gallon. I can't remember off the top of my head. When I did the challenge, I had a 75 gallon in here that I ran from Phoenix, Arizona to Canada. So the point of this video is I want to get you guys' opinion on how I should build this thing out. Some of the things are, you know, the budget constraints, but it's also like loading it out for the wintertime. Like this truck is a good truck. Despite it being an 08, in 08, they switched from 5.9 to 6.7. It's a 6.7 Cummins. When I bought this truck, I came out of a 5.9 and a 5.9 6-speed. And I went into this automatic 6.7 and had some major transmission issues. The 42s, Mason, my buddy Gun Fu Fighter on social media, was running those at SEMA, and I saw them and I'm like, I gotta have those. But I can't deal with 42s with that height. It's just impossible. Cannot get that done. But yeah, back to building rigs, back to doing walkarounds and getting you guys motivated to build your own. I got this rig kind of building out. Got a Moto Sprinter project that I'm gonna do for spring and summer with Mike Hernandez and Greg Lappin. And then I got, and Kyle Cooper as part of it. So tell me what you think. The big thing is like, what should I do with this setup? And for all you Dodge Ram haters, getting a Ford is not acceptable, despite me actually having a Ford right over here. So tell me what you think. Appreciate you guys.
I'm getting a chicken to food.